watching Business Access TV.
Business Access TV.
Business Access.
Business Access TV.
Serious about business.
Hello and welcome to Business Access Television's coverage of the opening ceremony and reception for the Mona School of Business and Management's 4th Business and Management Conference. We're at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in New Kingston. I'm your host, Keneal Gale. Stay tuned for the highlights.
Honorable Minister Nigel Clarke, other distinguished guests, members of the UWIC Committee, and members of the Mona School of Business and Management, academics from Jamaica and the region, members of the business community, President of the PSOJ and other dignitaries. Welcome. This is our official opening of our 4th International Business Conference, and it promises to be one of our most exciting as we deal with the topic of entrepreneurship and the promise that it should deliver to the economy. We're pleased to share and spearhead this initiative, and we feel that we're well placed to do so. The Mona School of Business and Management has a long record of research, teaching and learning, as well as implementing our own venture competition program, which has gone on to be the 2-time defending champion of the National Business Model Competition. So we feel that we're uniquely placed to have this discussion about entrepreneurship. We seek to bring together all the members of the community, entrepreneurs, small and large, and to have critical discussions. We've started today, but over the next 2 days, on how we can advance entrepreneurship, both traditional and social entrepreneurship, in collaboration with you, our partners. So, welcome once again. We look forward to stimulating discussion. As I said this morning, this is another in the series of building bridges between not just Mona School of Business and Management, but also the wider university to the business community. We feel it's important that what we do impacts you today and tomorrow. Today it is teaching and learning, tomorrow it is research.
We had our first in 2015. And at that stage, our executive director at the time, Professor Denzel Williams, thought it would be a good idea to have an event that showcased more of the work of the University of the West Indies, more of the experiences of small island developing states in the area of business and management. And so here we are today, the 4th conference, under the leadership of our new executive director, Dr. David McBean. And so this conference, we've chosen the theme of delivering on the promise of entrepreneurship. Why? We are at a watershed moment in our country's history and development. We've had a number of policies, a number of initiatives among a whole range of actors, organizations in Jamaica and among our international development partners. And the focus has been largely on entrepreneurship, innovation. What is the magic? What do we need to do to propel our economy forward? And so we thought at this stage, as a business and management institution, educational institution, it would be good to showcase our role in that. And so we brought together this, what I call, distinguished panel of speakers and this program throughout the conference. So we have put together 23 sessions over a 3-day period. We started this morning at 8:30 a.m. and I'm happy to see many of the people who were here at 8:30 a.m. They're still here with us, and I'm grateful for that. We don't take that kind of support lightly at all. So our program reflects a number of the key players across the entrepreneurial ecosystem in Jamaica, from private sector, public sector, civil society, social enterprises. We have, for instance, our host of display and exhibits on the outside and throughout the conference. And these are businesses, enterprises that have sprung up, most of them, through our venture competitions at the Mona School of Business and Management and the wider university campus. And as we are here, I invite you to walk about and see what is there. So we have a host of sessions that focus on some of the hard skills for entrepreneurs. What are the audit issues? What are the legal issues? What are the regulatory issues that we all need to know about as entrepreneurs and MSMEs? What are some of the innovations? What are some of the policies taking place? We have sessions that focus on youth entrepreneurship, on gender, on networking. And it's critical that we offer these kinds of skills, because the reality is doing business is not just about the legal and regulatory issues. It's not just about having the idea. It's also equipping our entrepreneurs and MSMEs to learn about how to network. How do you navigate the waters?
We're here with Dr. David McBean, who is the Executive Director of the Mona School of Business and Management. Welcome to Business Access Television, Dr. McBean.
Thank you for having me.
Just tell me quickly, what was the thinking behind setting up this conference and organizing the theme for this conference?
Well, it's our biennial conference, as is once every 2 years. And when we looked at our research, our interest, what the country need, we decided on looking at entrepreneurship and promise of delivery. And entrepreneurship is now just so crucial for growth, and the minister would have endorsed that. And as a business school, because we remind people we're a business school, we have to look at the issues and areas that would drive business development in the country. So that's how we ended up with entrepreneurship this year.
Do you think Mona School of Business's role in helping to drive economic growth in Jamaica is somewhat overlooked?
I wouldn't say overlooked, more understated. So we've had impact on policy, for example, influencing MSME policies, policies on entrepreneurship. We've done research and consultancies with all the major companies in the country across manufacturing, finance, for example. So we are an important part of the fabric. Our graduates, whether at the undergraduate level or the postgraduate level, are in every facet of business in the country. But people tend to take it for granted. And so one of the things we have to do is certainly increase our engagement, but also highlight our existing engagement.
Do you think there needs to be greater collaboration with the Mona School of Business and other faculties on campus?
Yes, and we do have that collaboration. So for example, our master's students right now are solving some problems in the Faculty of Medicine. And we're doing work also with the main administrative centers, looking at student performance. And so we are increasingly more integrated, and we run the venture competition on campus, whose winners have gone on to win the National Business Model Competition. So we don't only take MSBM students, we do take students from other faculties. So we do a bit, but we have a lot more to do, and especially around entrepreneurship, driving that throughout the university.
I'm really very pleased to be here and for the DBJ to be a sponsor of this very, very important conference that the Mona School of Business and Management is putting on. Indeed, this is the second year that the DBJ is sponsoring this conference. And I am pleased that we are sponsoring again this year, because the theme of the conference, delivering on the promise of entrepreneurship, is really aligned with the work that we are doing at the DBJ as it relates to our focus on the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. So we have capacity building programs that are offered to the micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. the work that we're doing in entrepreneurship, the work that we do with the universities, with the incubators, the business model competition that we sponsor every year with the universities. This is all very, very, very important work that's taking place, and we are really very happy to see that the Mona School of Management and Business is now really putting into practice a lot of the research and theories that we have at the universities. So yes, we are very pleased. We are very happy to be a sponsor of this conference, and the reports that I've had so far, the conference has indeed has gone very, very well. And just to say that we're looking forward to continue working in particular with the Mona School of Business. There are a number of very exciting projects and programs that we are going to be rolling out during the course of this year. The minister might mention some of them in his remarks. But again, just to say that we are really very happy to be a sponsor again of this conference, and we wish the conference every success. Thank you very much.
You're watching Business Access's coverage of the opening ceremony and reception for the Mona School of Business and Management's 4th Business and Management Conference. More after this break.
Business current affairs you can relate to. Frank, credible discussion. On point with Kalila Reynolds and Dennis Chung. Dissecting the issues, offering solutions to Jamaica's challenges. On Point, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Welcome back to Business Access Television's coverage of the Mona School of Business and Management's Business and Management Conference. Here are more highlights.
I'm very happy that the Mona School of Business has saw it fit to focus on the topic of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship at its most fundamental level is taking risk in order to achieve a particular objective. You can have social entrepreneurs, you can have business entrepreneurs. I think we're focused on business entrepreneurs here, but the risk taking is common to both. And as far as business entrepreneurs are concerned, it is risk taking with a view of making a profit. Now, throughout the course of human history, it is clear and abundantly clear that the value of entrepreneurship to a society is immensely great, because all progress comes from taking risk, making mistakes, and more often than not, making breakthroughs that lead to phenomenal results. And all the advances that we can think of, the things that we take for granted, even here in Jamaica, the clothes that we wear, to the devices that we use, the cars that we drive, all of the products and services that we consume and we don't even think about, they resulted at some point in time from some entrepreneurial energy and success. Indeed, the components of all the things that we use resulted from some type of entrepreneurial success. So societies around the world that want to get ahead, want to deliver for their people prosperity, are focused on how to engender and support and inculcate in their societies this thing that we call entrepreneurship. When you go to countries like Chile, that is today known for entrepreneurship, it has resulted from a dedicated focus over a long period of time, and Chile has had some very innovative programs, some of which would be great if we could do in Jamaica. They have a program, for instance, and this is not a proposal. This is called flying a kite. But they have this very interesting thing in Chile where, and they can do it now given the stage of development they're at, but they offer a certain amount of funds to any entrepreneur anywhere in the world who comes and sets up business in Santiago. And they may even, there's a small hiring component. So if you're going to set up a business, they advertise. You come to Chile and we will give you $50,000. I don't have the precise, it might be 50, it might be 25, but some number like that. That's how serious they are about entrepreneurship. You go to Israel, there are serious programs designed to build an entrepreneurial ecosystem. You go to India, and it's the same. And the reason is that these countries realize the tremendous value to society from having an entrepreneurial ecosystem and an entrepreneurial group in society that's not predetermined by birth. It's not the son of or the daughter of. It is determined by the power of one's character and one's dispensation, one's energy, one's outlook, one's preferences in life. If entrepreneurship is going to be dependent on the son of or the daughter of, we'll never get anywhere because there's no talent in the world that we know that's distributed in that way. But in all countries that thrive on entrepreneurship, there is a great degree of innovation that comes from their research institutions. Now, Jamaica has research. Of the 25 patents in the University of the West Indies, I believe 20 of them, Prof, you can correct me if I'm wrong, 20 of them are at the Mona campus of the University of the West Indies. These are international patents. Now the question is, how many of them have been commercialized and have been made to make money? That is the question. Because it's one thing to have the brain power and the tenacity, brain power to develop the research, the tenacity to go through the complicated process of registering an international patent and having the intellectual property. But then the next stage is to be able to commercialize that research. And that is an element that we need to work on if we are to realize our potential. As a result of that, we are working on engagement with the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, and we're doing it through the DBJ. That is going to help us with the technical resources to build the capacity for commercializing of research. And these things normally come with loans. So they lend you money and then they have one of the consulting with it. We're in the process of negotiating that now, and I hope before too long it is something that we can launch. And as I said, a key component of it will be to enhance our ability to commercialize research. The inspiration that comes from, that leads to these kinds of developments are not known, it's not known a priori from which quarter it will spring. We don't know in advance under which rock or at which root of which tree this inspiration is going to arise. And therefore, we have to have an environment where wherever it springs from, capital can be available to allow it to move forward. And having a market economy where prior ownership of capital is a necessary prerequisite to get from point A to point B is an experiment in futility. That's an exercise that will never work. We have to democratize capital, and it only responds to ideas. Now, we are making steps in that regard. as I announced earlier this year, as a part of the IDB facility of which I spoke earlier, which will have the component that helps us in the research and the knowledge transfer, we're going to have a sidecar fund of just starting with 200 million Jamaican dollars that will match angel investors dollar for dollar on angel investments that they make. The government doesn't have the resources to do the search or the evaluation, and so what it will do is find as many angel networks as it can, 2, 3, 4, 5, and have MOUs with them that whatever they decide to support, the government will come in on the same terms on a 50-50 basis. This will expand the pool available for the ventures that are at the riskiest and most uncertain stage. We have also increased our allocations through the DBJ and through other intermediaries of funding to medium-sized, micro and small businesses. As far as a product that deals with the providing replacement for security, i.e. this guaranteed product, where a medium-sized business that doesn't have the collateral can get a credit support from the DBJ, we increased the allocation of that from 250 million last year to 600 million this year, because we're serious about promoting entrepreneurship. There's a facility that deals with risk capital at the DBJ that we increased from 100 million to 400 million this year, because we're serious about boosting entrepreneurship. This is from a government that has 1 million, as you know, pressing needs in society, but we're creating space to support entrepreneurship. We also have allocated for the first time, and we just have to finalize the mechanisms for its disbursement, $500 million that is dedicated exclusively to companies that have sales under $10 million. And so normally what happens, you allocate to MSMEs, and the companies with sales of 400 million or 300 million tend to dominate the financing. We know from our experience that the broader the base is the stronger the pyramid. So we want to make sure we have a broad base and that the micro companies have access to the oxygen of finance, and therefore $500 million exclusively to micro enterprises. In my budget presentation, I announced $200 million to be allocated towards research. Well, what we will do is allocate those funds across the research university space in a way that is transparent and in reference to some objective criteria, and leave it to the universities under some MOU with the Ministry of Finance, that's very general, to run the internal competitions for the allocation of those funds.
We take another break here on Business Access Television's coverage of the Mona School of Business and Management's 4th Business and Management Conference. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching BATV's coverage of the opening ceremony and reception for the Mona School of Business and Management's 4th Business and Management Conference. Mr. Clark, welcome to Business Access. Do you think the issue of research and development has been understated in Jamaica in terms of driving economic growth?
I think research has a huge role to play in our development. As I said in my speech earlier, of the 25 patents at the University of the West Indies regionally, 20 of them are right here on the Mona campus, right? People right here in Jamaica who have registered 20 international patents. What we want is an environment where we encourage other researchers to develop ideas that can lead to international patents. But in addition to that, we want an environment where those patents can be commercialized, where those patents, the knowledge can be transferred to those with entrepreneurial energy and those who have a desire to take risk, and for those patents to be turned into money at the end of the day. And the government is focused on working to ensure that this becomes a possibility. We're working with the IDB, Inter-American Development Bank, on a project to boost entrepreneurship in Jamaica, and a big part of that project will be to provide the technical resources and provide us with the technical help to build those knowledge transfer mechanisms to allow us to commercialize research.
How will you ensure that the other universities do not feel left out? Because you did speak about spreading across the country, but how will we ensure that it's not just heavily UAE?
No, absolutely. When I speak about, I'm just using the examples of the patents because they have come from UAE, right? So that's just a fact of life. But our approach to research will be Jamaica-wide. Any institution involved in research, whatever we are doing, for example, with that IDB project to boost entrepreneurship, will be generally available.
You spoke about the $200 million that will start in the fund. What about those who say, that's not enough if we really want to monetize this properly?
If you start at zero,
right,
and you go from 0 to 200, that's an infinite increase, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, we have to start somewhere. This is the first time that we're making an allocation directly from the budget specifically for research. Okay, normally how it is done, it is an allocation made to the university and then they choose what they're going to put here and there. Here we're saying research is important, and we are symbolizing what we mean by that by making an amount available. And we start somewhere and we hope to build on that over time.
All right, Mr. Thank you so much for talking with us.
My pleasure.
Your response to the minister's presentation earlier about the government's commitment to research.
So, Mr. Clark said some very positive things about supporting entrepreneurialism and entrepreneurship in Jamaica. And I think that many of those things, if implemented properly, will have some visible impact that we're going to see. So, talking about giving space to the private sector and for that creativity to be found and democratizing funding for them, great things. And some of those programs that are through the DBJ going to be enabling more people to be able to access these funds, also great things. And the microfinance to the micro entities, also wonderful ideas. The funding to for research, big step in the right direction. Government has funded research indirectly by funding universities, but they've never before said you must use these funds for research. And now this is that first step. And I think it's very good to recognize that what research does is help provide solutions to problems that, let's say, nobody knows the answer to yet. That's the point of research. And so to recognize that that's an important component of that stream of activities that leads to the kind of entrepreneurial outputs that we're looking for, that have economic impact, and to recognize that some deliberate funding needs to be put into that, that's a step in the right direction. So I fully support.
And that's how we end our coverage of the Mona School of Business and Management's 4th Business and Management Conference, opening ceremony and reception. I'm your host, Keneal Gale. Thanks so much for watching.
Did you know that the grand finals of the Jamaica Festival Song Competition will be held tomorrow at the Randy Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston? Yes, at 8 p.m. 11 finalists will compete for the coveted title of 2019 Jamaica Festival Song winner and millions of dollars in cash and prizes. You don't want to miss it. Hello there. Thanks for making it Jamaica Magazine. I'm Adrian Atkinson, your host for the next half hour. Stay tuned for further information on this year's Jamaica 57 celebrations and more.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Friday, July 26. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the next phase of the Housing Opportunity Production and Employment HOPE program is to be rolled out shortly. This will entail institutionalizing the employment and training aspects of the program.
I'm very satisfied and I'm very happy to see the program come to this point where we can now say we have tested it, it has worked, and we are now going to bring the program to the institutional phase where it will be a constant feature of the development of Jamaica.
The Prime Minister was speaking during the final stop of a tour of HOPE projects across the corporate area on Wednesday. He explained that in this next phase, HOPE would probably move from the office of the Prime Minister and be placed under an agency that can carry it more effectively. The Prime Minister added that the opportunities component was being developed and would be launched soon along with the production aspect.
We have already decided that for the production component, we're going to be focusing on getting young people into agriculture using technology.
The housing component, which was launched recently, will be provided at a later date. HOPE was launched by the Prime Minister in 2017 and targets persons aged 18 to 24 who are not employed or enrolled in a school or program of training. Through HOPE, approximately 24,000 young people have been impacted over the last 2 years and have now become ambassadors for the program. Currently, 6,000 youth are being trained under the initiative. 78 courtrooms are now able to facilitate digital audio technology, while 19 courtrooms can accommodate audiovisual devices. Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says the move is to secure witness statements in court trials. His message was delivered recently by Executive Director of the Legal Aid Council, Hugh Faulkner, at the opening of the two-day Witness Care Conference.
We at the Ministry of Justice stand ready to step up to the plate and play our part in ensuring that systems are in place to advance the role of witnesses in the justice process. With this technology, witness intimidation in the courtroom will be significantly reduced.
The provision of digital audio recordings in court proceedings falls under the Ministry's Justice Undertakings for Social Transformation, JUST project. Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange, says government is moving expeditiously to have the Sexual Harassment Bill enacted. A joint select committee of Parliament has been named to review the legislation.
We will convene the joint select committee meetings and move expeditiously to sign off on the bill to ensure that we have this legislation in place which will address sexual harassment in the workplace, where accommodations are involved, landlord and tenant, and also in institutions.
Minister Grange says government is also looking at addressing the issue of sexual harassment in the tourism industry. The sexual harassment bill was tabled in the House of Representatives on July 9. It outlines the types of conduct that constitute sexual harassment and prohibits certain actions. Government's Public Investment Management Secretariat, PIMSEC, has given conditional approval for the renovation of the National Stadium and the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium. Sport Minister Olivia Grange says PIMSEC has also provided the funding to engage a consultant for the projects. The consultant is tasked to craft a business plan for the development and operation of both facilities.
I've informed this Honorable House that it was our intention to upgrade our aging National Stadium to make it more customer friendly and more compliant with international sports governing bodies. I also made mention of our intention to develop the Trelawney Stadium to the point where it could be placed at the center of our sport tourism thrust.
Minister Grange was delivering her sectoral presentation in Parliament on Tuesday. She said the stadium projects were valued at approximately $40 million. Meanwhile, $163,785,000 have been spent to complete other sport infrastructure projects across the island. And finally, Jamaica 57 celebratory activities commence tomorrow with the grand finals of the Festival Song Competition. The Jamaica Festival Song Contest is slated for Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in St. Andrew at 8 p.m. This year's competition has 11 finalists instead of the usual 10. The celebratory period includes other popular events such as the Miss Jamaica Festival Queen Grand Coronation, World Reggae Dance Championship, Mellow-Go-Round, Jamaica Gospel Song Grand Finals, Pop and Variety Grand Finals, and Grand Gala on Independence Day.
This year, the gala will serve as the start of our observation of the decade for people of African descent. Our special guest this year will be the President of Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who will be here on a state visit. This year, we will also, at the gala, honor two of our celebrated entertainers. In the past, we have honored Jimmy Cliff, Damian Marley, and others. And this year, we will be honoring Rita Marley and Sizzla.
The Culture Minister has also revealed the fashion theme for this year's celebrations.
Fashion theme this year is roots and culture, meaning that with the diversity in our culture, whatever is your roots, you can wear your sari, you can wear your African wear, you can wear whatever you identify with as your roots and your culture.
All the Jamaica 57 activities will be celebrated under the theme, One Nation, One People. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
What can a little germs do?
Pink eye running belly even flu. Germs can make them happen to you.
Put germs on our manners with these. Cover your mouth when you cough and sneeze. Always wash your hand with water and soap. Keep dirty hands from your eyes and your nose and your mouth.
You don't want to be sick, take care. Practice every day, no germs on air.
A message from the Ministry of Health.
Have you ever heard about the Get on the Bike program? This initiative, which was launched in collaboration with Government Citizen Security and Justice Program, seeks to equip young adults with the knowledge and empowerment they need to achieve their career goals and objectives. Here's more.
Well, Get on the Bike is the title of a book that I have written, and the purpose of the book was to help persons not only to dream, but to dream big. Sometimes we have a goal in life, and instead of pursuing it, we say, I'm not educated enough, I'm not bright enough, I'm not experienced enough. So Get on the Bike is a metaphor to say whatever you want to achieve in life, you can do it. Go for it.
Yes, Marsha's Get on the Bike initiative was launched in 2019 to empower and engage teenagers and young adults in various schools, churches, inner city communities, and rural areas across Jamaica.
For schools, I reach out to the guidance counselors and ask if they have a group they would want me to speak with. I work closely in my own church community. I attend the Temple Mennonite Church, so during Sunday school, sometimes I will talk to the youth department or the young adults. I engage them in that way. And then for community outreach, I'm in touch with some social workers, persons who are already in the field, and I make linkages through that way.
The program is being executed in collaboration with Government Citizen Security and Justice Program. It provides teenagers and young adults with the knowledge and motivation they need to achieve their individual goals and dreams.
It can be dreams in terms of a better family life. It could be dreams in terms of acquiring a job. It could be dreams in starting a business. So we provide the strategy or the roadmap for persons to realize their dreams.
Some of the youngsters who have recently benefited from the program are a group of students from the Operation Friendship Skills Training Institute in Kingston.
Today, what we want to talk about is workplace readiness. Let me see the hands of those who have actually worked already. Have you been in the workforce already? A few of us have been in the workplace already. Well, this program is going to teach us what are the things we need to do to prepare for the world of work. One of the best means of getting a job is what? Word of mouth. If somebody doesn't know that we are seeking a job, nobody can help us. So if we are seeking a job, one of the first things we ought to do is to let somebody know. After we have done that, we want to develop what we call our resume or our CV. It's very easy, very easy. Start at the top with our name, then we go to our address, then the telephone number, then our qualification or experience, whichever is stronger. What are some of the questions they are going to ask us in the interview? Why do you need a job? Yes. Where you have worked before? Certainly.
During these free interactive sessions, Marsha even gives advice on how to tackle some of the most intimidating interview questions.
Some persons get a little timid when somebody asks, so what is your weakest area? Sometimes they ask that in the interview. The best answer for that is something that is not too outrageous, but something that we have worked on and we have improved and we are now professional in that area.
I think the session has a great impact on us as students because not every student is aware of how to operate within the work field and know what to do and where and when, how to go about doing it. Coming here, showing us the steps and what to do from what not to, like having our name, the address, work experience, our qualifications and the information about us, that will help us to know what to do in able to get our work.
But preparing students for the world of work is just one of the focus areas of the Get on the Bike program. During a recent weekend visit to the Ocho Rios Mennonite Church in St. Anne, participants of the program were briefed about another important lesson, SWOT.
Let's start from the top. So strengths. Strengths are the things that we are very good at. Strengths could be good interpersonal skills, good team building skills. It could be a fantastic smile. Weaknesses. These are things that we are not so good at. So the weakness could be we have poor time management skills. We are not organized, always late. Things like that would be considered a weakness. Things that we need to improve on. The O stands for opportunity. This is something external to us. So in our area, are there hotels being open, other areas of employment? That would be seen as an opportunity. The threat would be like similar to the weakness, but it's external. We can't do anything about it right away. Perhaps a threat would be poor transportation service within my area. Why do we do this? We do it so that we are more in tune with what we can accomplish. Not only that, we are more open to changes, and when changes come, we are not flustered.
Good session, and it's very informative. Doesn't matter the age group or where you are in your career goal right now.
I recently graduated from high school, and it is a great opportunity for me because I'm job hunting.
And there's just one more question I know you might be asking. Why the title Get on the Bike?
A bike to me represents freedom, it represents creativity, some amount of skill, and always going forward.
And there you have it. For more information on how you can get on the bike, email Marsha Norman at marshanorman2017@gmail.com.
Similar to the Get on the Bike initiative, there is a government program that is doing wonders for unattached youth. Learn more about the Housing Opportunity Production and Employment HOPE program next.
Growing up, I didn't have no parent, nowhere to go. I was just stranded. I started to live in Crossroads because I didn't have nowhere else to go. So what I would do when I'm at Crossroads, I would stay in Mothers by day, and by night I would get a piece of cardboard and sleep at the bus stop beside of Mothers in Crossroads. I will walk and beg, or I will stay in Mothers for the whole day, begging passbys or so forth, till I find myself again money now. So I'd always have a phone, so I use that money that I get, buy credit, put on the phone and put on service, data, and find out about all of the ministries and so forth. And I will sit there and call the different ministries, from the Chief of Defense Staff Office to the Minister of Education, the Prime Minister's Office, all of those. So I keep on calling and keep on calling till I call the Prime Minister's Office again, and as secretary, I talk to her till I tell myself, say, I can't take it no more. I start crying, I tell the lady, say, Miss, please just help me. Please, I beg you, help me. And the lady say, young man, I will guarantee you that I will help you. So don't worry yourself. She called me back like an hour after or so forth, and she said to me that I got to a person that I think will most likely help you in your situation, which his name is Mr. Martin Rittman. He is the head coordinator of the HOPE program. An hour after, Mr. Rittman called me, and he introduced himself, and I introduced myself, and I tell him my story all over again. He told me that he can help me out with something to do, a skill and a job or so I can gain some form of income, so I could buy hygiene products and clothes and so forth. So he directed me to the Art and Ripon Road, where he told me to bring all relevant documents like ID, TRN and so forth to that place on Ripon Road, and speak to the secretary and tell her that Martin Rittman, the head coordinator of the HOPE program, sent me here. He told me that I should go to a school that's on South Camp, UWI Open campus. I went for 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks, I spent at UWI Open campus at South Camp Road. I then moved on to a government agency for work. I started off processing in the computer all documents that come in. I will be the one who to lodge it in the computer and send it off to the different departments. But now I'm a customer service rep at the moment, because my supervisor told me that my talent is wasted where I'm at right now. I don't do much more than lodge the documents in the system and so forth. So she gave me more hands-on training that would more fit my criteria.
I think it is a good motivator in the sense that, it gives him some purpose of living, coming, doing something, knowing that he's responsible for something that is such a vital aspect of our daily activities. He dresses well, always on time, and he takes pride in whatever, what is assigned to him, meaning he works really hard, and whenever he's not here, they miss him.
This particular day now, I think it's the following week, after Martin Rittman helped me out with the HOPE program and so forth. I saw a lady Just a random lady, I was begging and so forth. And the lady see me and she started to talk to me and ask me, why am I here and so forth. So I told her and I spoke with her and she take me into Mother's, she buy me a patty and a juice. And we were talking, just talking and talking. And then she asked me, do I want to come to stay with her? With a glad face, I accepted and said, yes, I would love to come home with you. When she took me in, it's like, you know, I was very welcome because just looking, I had a bed to sleep in that used to be a cardboard. I had food to eat that used to be me begging on the street just to make ends meet, just to eat a little patty or something. I had dumpling, she gave me all type of food that I longed to eat from a longer while.
You know the reason why I do it? God himself provide for me. That's me can feed myself, feed him, feed my 2 grandchildren then. Helping him is not a problem. Helping somebody when they are in need is the greatest thing for me.
I can put my life like the Titanic, if you ever seen that movie. It's like, you know, when the ship was sinking, there's a lot of persons like, them don't know what to do. Some people just jump off in the water because them can't. But I was there and like, the ship has sink and it's like I tell myself, say, you know what, I'm not going to make this ship sink with me now. So I decided to just jump off. So when you jump off now, I decide say, you know what, I nah give up, I nah just drown so, I nah just go down so. So I tell myself, say, you know what, I go swim. Till me see a light, and that light was Martin Rickman, who shine a lot of other lights for me to a lot of different islands, a lot of different places.
Do you feel you have a purpose in life but just need help finding it? You're probably not alone. And like many before and after you, a bit of motivation at the right time can make all the difference. Listen as Dr. Wayne Henry from the Planning Institute of Jamaica shares valuable information you need to hear.
Develop a sense of purpose that says you're not here by accident. You are here for greatness. You are here with destiny in mind. You are supposed to do something great, and you are on that pathway. There are persons who are in the departure lounge of life, at the end of their life, and they look back and they have regret because they never took time to uncover and develop a sense of purpose. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do before I leave this 7 billion people planet called Earth? What am I supposed to accomplish? Having a sense of greatness that's in you. You're talented, you have gifts and abilities. Some of you are good with numbers, some of you are good with words, some of you are good with both, some of you are artistic, creative, some of you are sports oriented, and there are many things. And you take time to discover what are you passionate about. What can I just do naturally? I can jump out of my sleep and do it easily. Speaking now to your talents and abilities, your giftings. All of these come into your sense of purpose. The things that you are to do in life as you are to impact people. When you dream, when you close your eyes, what do you see yourself doing? And knowing that the sky is the limit. Second thing I want to say quickly is that you must learn to persevere. I heard Marquis speak about perseverance. Everybody say perseverance. Sometimes we don't achieve much because we give up too easily. You have to learn, if you want good, your nose have to. Yes, man, you have to get your feelings hurt and still go on. When I was doing my PhD, boy, a man tell me, man, people seem to like you. Wayne, why don't you just leave this program and go back to your country? You have a master's. The PhD is not for you. Why don't go and make money? And that was a racist comment because I was black. I was the only black person in the program. And he was saying things that hurt me, and I didn't want him to see me offended. I left his presence, went into my room, and I cried. But I decided to continue in my effort for excellence. Are you hearing me? And so perseverance means to continue a course of action in spite of difficulty, in spite of opposition. When they fight you down, when bad mind reach you, and they're fighting you down, and they say you're not the right gender, young ladies, and they say you don't deserve to be here, don't pay no attention, press on nonetheless. And it means you also have to have the right people around you. Be careful of the company you keep. As you go through life, you're going to make mistakes. As you go through life, you may fail at something. You want people around you who can encourage you to get up again.
Jamaica 57 is just around the corner, and as customary, there are a host of activities for every Tom, Dick and Harry to enjoy. So listen up. Following the grand finals of the Jamaica Festival Song Competition at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center tomorrow, there will be a National Independence Church service on Sunday, July 28 at the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center at 104 Waltham Park Road, Kingston 11. The Emancipation Jubilee is slated for July 31 at Seville in St. Anne. The National Arena will host the Miss Jamaica Festival Queen Grand Coronation on Emancipation Day, August 1. The World Reggae Dance Championship Grand Final on August 2. Mellow Go Round on August 3. The Jamaica Gospel Song Grand Final on August 4. And the Pop and Variety Grand Final on August 5. Grand Gala will be held on Independence Day, August 6, inside the National Stadium. We have a lot to celebrate as a nation. So let's come on out and support all these Jamaica 57 celebratory activities that have and continue to make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
From a Jamaican era then. We heroes fight very hard, them have to fight with the hard and abroad. Hero them fight very hard, so we can enjoy with hard. The heroes fight very hard, them have to fight with the hard and abroad. Hero them fight very hard, so we can enjoy with hard. Whoa, this a sweet, sweet Jamaica land. I don't know so the 6-0 come from. Not to mention the heroin one. You check Poland when Annie come from. You want to know about Paul Bogle. You go online and start to Google. Cause St. Thomas that a fi me ballad. Alright, that's where Paul Bogle come from. Cause them fight very hard. Them have to fight with the hard and abroad. Hero them fight very hard, so we can enjoy we hard. Hero them fight very hard. Them have to fight with the hard and abroad. Hero them fight very hard, so we can enjoy we hard. Whoa, equal rights all we fear. Who said that no Marcus Garvey? I wish one never beg no pardon. The same one George William Garden. Cause me a sing me feel it from the heart. We remember my beer where they make some sharp. Spanish told me go lick me auntie. She said don't tell me issue go bust a manty. Say them fight very hard. Them have to fight with the hard and abroad. Hero them fight very hard, so we can enjoy.
And this is the final stop in today's magazine. Thanks for journeying with us. To watch today's program, again, simply visit our website, jis.gov.jm. And don't forget that you are able to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. On behalf of the entire team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Have yourselves a great weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're watching Business Access TV. Business Access. Business Access. Business Access. Business Access.
You are watching Business Access TV.
Business Access TV.
Serious about business.
Serious about business.
Access TV welcomes you to the grand opening of Maison Chic's second location here at the Arden Emirates Plaza on Arden Road. I'm your host, Amita Prasadwe. Please stay tuned for highlights. So it's Maison Chic's second store launch tonight. What are your thoughts?
It's good because a lot of time I'm up this side and it's difficult for me to go all the way down that side to get something, so I can just come right here and run over to 212. That's my favorite.
That's your favorite?
That's my favorite, all the time.
So you're a past customer. Talk to me about your experience shopping at Maison Chic.
Oh, it's very easy because I'm not so big on fragrance. So when I enter the store, I'm like, what is it that I want? And somebody just comes over and like, okay, may I help you? What is it that you're looking for? Is it for an event? Or you just want something for like when you're going on the road? And they just help me from there and I'm good.
But wouldn't you want to smell the same for an event or if you're going on the road?
No, that's why I always choose two. One for the regular outing and one for an event. Yeah, because you know when you go to an event, your cologne have your kick like Jackie Chan. It have a kick.
So welcome one and all. This is the official launch of Maison Chic 2. Did you hear what I said? This is the official launch of Maison Chic 2. Maison Chic first opened its doors at the mini mall of Tropical Plaza, and now we're here at Arden Emirates, and this is our second location. We are a fragrance store that takes pride in providing our guests with the utmost respect, the utmost customer service that you can find anywhere. And don't forget that we are also licensed to bring all the brands that we carry. So we have brands like Carolina Herrera, Paco Rabanne, which you know, like these are like top brands from right around the world, right? And our tagline is explore your outer senses and unleash yourself. This explains perfectly what we do and the experience that we bring to all our guests. Every single one is important. So whether it be that you purchase a fragrance that costs $2,000 or you purchase a fragrance that costs $80,000, it doesn't really matter to us. Just as long as you're supporting us, you deserve the best and the best customer service from right around the world, right across the board. For us, we always say in the fragrance world that fragrance is the ultimate accessory. So when you're smelling good, people tend to sometimes forget what you look like, right? Am I right? Yeah, everybody can testify to this. And in our culture now, as Jamaicans, we have realized that even our entertainers are bringing this to light. So everybody is singing about what they're wearing, and everybody wants to smell hot, and everybody wants to smell sexy. So, you know, it's a very important thing. It's very important to what we do every day, like to keep yourself clean and to smell nice and to smell sexy is everybody's wish. And right now, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has come out tonight, because this is a very important venture. We have struggled to help persons to understand that, hey, this is where we need to be. Like, you need to walk into a store, and before you can even say hello, like customers are, or attendants are greeting you. We have the best trained attendants right across the board. Like when I say best trained, like, can I hear some hello? All right, so right now I'm gonna introduce all our fragrance consultants. Come on guys, come on, don't be shy. This is our team, and I'm proud to say that all of us here, we take pride in doing what we do. And it's all for you. And I want you to know my staff like by name. So from the end here, we have this is a very important night for Samantha, because she actually manages this branch. So right here you have Samantha. And you have Celine. And from the staff of Maison Chic 1, that's in Tropical Plaza, we have Cindy. And everybody know me, Pat Marie. And we have the ever so lovely, the girls them sugar digging. And we also have our newest edition, Ches. Give it up for Ches, everybody. So, with all that being said, I'm looking forward for everyone to continue supporting us. And this is a very important part of our program this evening. Now, everybody owns a smartphone. Now, I need y'all to take out your smartphones, please, right this moment. Yeah, it's already out. Now, y'all gonna go to Instagram, and it's at MAISONCHIC_JA. Right? Everybody has done that? Yeah, I see some people doing it. Thank you very much. Now, follow us. Come to the store, take pictures, come and test, because guys, we provide testers for all our fragrances. So come and test, don't be shy. It's a new age, people. And Maison Chic is bringing Jamaica to life with fragrances. Can I get an amen? Yeah. And you know, we couldn't have such a great store without having great distributors, right? Yeah, so the people that take care of us, make sure we have the samples, make sure we have the gifts. And right now, I'm gonna call to, she's so smiling, I love her. We're gonna call to speak to us now, Marie, and she's our representative from Eurobrands.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hola. Very special welcome to the Panamanian Ambassador, the Panamanian Chief of Mission, and Mrs. Barrow. I am extremely pleased to have you guys here. Of course, you might, and all of you special guests invited. Guys, you know, it is very important for us to highlight how significant is in Jamaica to have a second branch for one of our clients. Maison Chic came to us maybe 2 years ago, but we have been in business for the past 6 years. You might be wondering what Eurobrands does. We have the license for brands such as Carolina Herrera, Paco Rabanne, Valentino, Nina Ricci, Antonio Banderas, Shakira, United Dreams, Jean Paul, Versace, and many. Trust me, our inventory is crazy. So you don't want to go in there. But what is important is I want you to realize that I did say license. What that means, you're probably wondering, do you need licenses to sell perfumes in Jamaica? You need license to sell perfumes, and I'm gonna tell you why. You wouldn't be able to enjoy that wonderful after work kind of, you know, we give you that value added that other companies, of course, cannot do. We not only give you the testers, but we are also empowering our staff. We give value-added products, such as training for all the staff. And the reason why Maison Chic has the best training in the world is because we offer. We do that through our suppliers. Ana Maria Libertini is here from one of our suppliers, which is our main supplier. And we are very proud to have her here all the way. One of the things that I want you guys to realize is that all these efforts cannot be done without the team. Of course, my team is really busy tonight, and they're selling fragrances to all our clients, but I have Samantha here that is in charge of our marketing department. Anna is also here, that is our newest member of staff, and is in the administration department. One of the things that I want you guys to realize is that without the importance of the Jamaican market, we wouldn't be here. It is amazing for us to be able to see our clients prosper. So if any of you want to sell fragrances, so you know where to go. If you want to have it done well done. One of the things that I always say to my clients is, if it looks good, if it smells good, if it's good, we have it. If we don't have it, we are working on the license. And if we are not working on the license, it's because we don't think it will make sense in Jamaica. We are the best in the system right here. We are the best in the market.
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to have you here. Working at Maison Chic, it has been really great. The family base, they have been really welcoming, not to mention the clients that we have catered to and the friends that we have made. So some of our, clients, they have become our friends. So with that said, I would like you to celebrate with me new beginnings.
Maison Chic 2!
So guys, now for the important aspect of it. Now for the first time, you can go.
Don't be don't pull another one, another one. Know your eyes, they all over me. Don't be shy, take a stroke of me. Get the vibe, it's gonna be lit tonight. No lie, not twice, pull another one. It's alright, I know what you want. The vibe is gonna be lit tonight. No lie,
So you're the new manager for the second location here. Talk to me about that.
All right, well, it has been really, really great working here. I'm kind of the quiet person, shy, and working here, it has forced me to come out of my shell to interact. And trust me, we have some lovely clients that we work with. The customer base here, well, not the customer base, but the staff here at Maison Chic, both at Maison Chic Emirates and at the other location, the first location, we have quite a different variety of characteristics. We have Patrice, who is very animatic. So, she's fun, she's courageous. We have Hubert, we have Celine, we have myself, we have Cindy, and newly we have Ches. So, it has been a great family base.
Talk to me about the fragrances you have available here tonight and what's so special about this fragrance store compared to another one.
Well, all right, so we have fragrances that are top of the line. So we have Carolina Herrera, we have Valentino, we have Jimmy Choo. And not just that, but what separates us from a lot of different stores is that we do it by law, we do it officially. So we obtain license. So when persons come to purchase and we tell them, we have to have the license to carry a specific fragrance. So if you don't see it, it's because we don't have that license. They're like, oh really, you have to have a license? So that's what separates us, not to mention the customer service. Like persons commend us on our customer service, so that sets us apart. Customer service, it's everything, and it's not everyone that can, put on a good show, who can stand, and if someone is being mean or if someone's just having a bad day, you don't, just take their energy and just give it back to them, but really take their energy and, give them a positive vibes. So that's what differentiates us.
You're a customer here at Maison Chic. Talk to me about your favorite fragrance.
Well, there are two of them here. First one for the designer would be Paco Rabanne Invictus, and that would be the Intense. And the second one would be from Bond Number 9, it would be Center of Peace.
It's their second store. How does that make it easier for you to shop?
Well, I work right around the road, so I can just simply come by during my lunchtime if I feel the need to. However, I normally feel welcome in the Tropical Mall itself.
What's so special about their service here?
Customer service, you have to be big on customer service for you to attract certain customers, and that is one thing that they have captured. They have managed to capture customer service because it's very warm, very friendly, and believe you me, they are very experienced. They are knowledgeable about the fragrances as well.
Talk to me about your experience so far.
So far, it's been a wonderful experience. I've been enjoying every moment of this because it's something new, but I've been selling fragrance since I've arrived here, but it's easy because we actually study the fragrances that we sell, so we know what we are giving to the customers. So at the end of the day, we always please their wants and needs that they come to us about. So basically I've been here for 2.5 to 3 weeks right now, and I've been savoring every moment.
How was the training?
Well, the training has been very educational. Yes, so they have been training us in ways that I didn't know that my nose could have reached those levels. I didn't know my nose had those skills, because we have been learning new things.
Why should people come out to the shop location here on Arden Road or the one in Tropical Plaza?
Tropical is kind of a more established branch, but Arden has a lot of fragrances that maybe you will not find at Tropical right now, but it's a nice branch to come because they have varieties. And it's a new place, so they want it to be as much as Tropical itself, because people actually know Tropical already. So basically it's a new experience, but it's similar to Tropical because the customer service is still warm and inviting as in Tropical. So it's a great place to come.
Thanks for joining us here at Maison Chic's second store opening right here in Arden Emirates Plaza. I've been your host, Amita Pasadweb, and you're watching Business Access TV, serious about business.
Have you seen it? It's BATV Live. Live streams of business news weekdays at 7:30 p.m. Stay on point Thursdays at 8 p.m. with our Business Current Affairs show. And Weekend Business Report Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. wherever you are. Log on to our Facebook page at Business Access TV or visit our website at batvja.com. Live and at your fingertips. Business Access TV, serious about business. It's season 12, and Wealth Magazine Business Access is here to keep you business savvy. With an impressive mix of some of Jamaica's most inspiring business moguls, we continue to keep Jamaica informed, empowered, and ready to dominate. Tune in Sundays at 5 p.m. only on BATV.
You're watching
Business Access.
Business Access.
Business Access. Business Access TV.
Serious about business.
Caring Hands Season 3 continues to effect change in a changing environment.
Many of us were raised by grandmothers, right? So, I mean, we know the wisdom that these people have.
Going beyond business.
The little leaders of today are our leaders of tomorrow. And with the proper education, we'll have very good leadership coming from that.
That's Season 3 of Caring Hands, creating change and shaping lives, every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Ready for cable for as little as $100? Ready for no monthly cable bill? Ready for 10 TV channels absolutely free? Then pick up our Ready TV box at authorized stores for $4,500. Hook it up to your TV set, then top it up with Ready Credit for 1, 7, or 30 days. Buy now and get $1,000 free Ready Credit and start watching your favorite shows. Pick it up, hook it up, top it up. Ready TV. Prepaid cable TV when you're ready. Now serving Kingston and St. Catherine. Limited time offer while stocks last. Conditions apply.
You're watching Business Access TV.
Business Access.
Business Access.
Business Access.
Business Access.
You are watching Business Access TV.
Business Access TV.
Serious about business.
Serious about business.
Wealth Magazine is back at it again with Corporate Mingle. Today we're here at the Reggae Mill Bar, where executives, creatives, entrepreneurs are here to mix and mingle. I'm your host, Amita Pasadwe. Please stay tuned for highlights.
Thank you to the team from Wealth, and thank you for you being here. We're here to introduce you to the newest way to deal with Western Union. This is the way of the future. This is how you will be handling your Western Union business going forward. It's called westernunion.com.
Grace Kennedy Money Services is in partnership with CME today here at Corporate Mingle. Talk to me about that.
So, Grace Kennedy Money Services is the home of Western Union, Bill Express, FX Trader. Today we're here with CME because we have an exciting new product to push, and this is the ideal target audience or corporates. Because you know what? Corporate people, they're always on the go, they're always moving, they don't have time sometimes to just get to a Western Union location to do their business. So we have a platform where they can stay wherever they are as long as they have an internet connection and they can send a money transfer. That's why we're here, we're pushing that. So woo.com is the name of the website, and it allows you to send a money transfer to anywhere in Jamaica or to 200 countries across the world. Wherever a Western Union location is, you can send a money transfer. You need to send some money, you need to send it fast. Register, go on woo.com, send it. All you have, the only money you spent is that money that you're trying to send. That's it. No credit card fees, no processing fees, no transfer fees, nothing. Zero. And you have to be registered. It's a registered service. Part of registration that you have to do, you start online. But you have to satisfy our own Jamaican regulations, Bank of Jamaica regulations, you have to go into a location with your ID that you registered with to validate. And that's it. All we need to do is to be able to see your ID, see you, and know that you are who this ID is. That's it. Once you've been validated, you never have to go back into a location to receive money ever again.
It's Corporate Mingle Networking with a purpose. We're here today at the Reggae Mill Bar. Talk to us about what's happening.
All right, so this is our fourth staging of the Corporate Mingle, and this is the first time actually coming to this location. We have a mixed crowd because we have Bumblebee as a sponsor. We have Grace Kennedy, Western Union, Business Access TV, and of course, Adam and Eve Day Spa. So we have a very mixed crowd. We have mature, younger persons here. It's always a new venue, so we kept trying something new so persons don't get used to the same venue, and it's always here again. It's always a new place, preferably somewhere hip, as you see Reggae Mill is where all the festivities happening now for the young people. We have different networking games. We have our wonderful host, as usual, Amisa. So we're trying to keep it interactive, get persons involved, talking to each other, mingling, networking. Of course, drinks flowing, so people flowing, conversations flowing.
So talk to us a little bit in regards to what exactly it is that Bumblebee does.
So Bumblebee is a digital media agency, so we look at we can consider traditional digital media, which is the Facebook and the Instagram and the Twitter and Google, of course, but we are also into programmatic, and definitely the leading product that we offer is Wi-Fi advertising, which is new to Jamaica. So we are partners with Growth Tech, and they are committed to making Wi-Fi like oxygen. So we are committed to helping brands build brand loyalty by helping to make Wi-Fi like oxygen by partnering and sponsoring that Wi-Fi. So we're the leaders in that regard. We have amazing click-through rates, which is above every other digital platform that is currently here. So we are seeing click-through rates of between 10 and 30% and lead generations of over 30%, which is not heard of in the region. So this is really something big that brands can and should get into.
I've been here for a very long time. We've been building our product for the past 3 years, and I've been coming here, building networks, building my social network. So this is not my first time I've been here.
Tell me about your business, Intranet Solutions.
Intranet Solutions, we offer social Wi-Fi to businesses. So instead of persons signing in with a passcode, they use their social media handles. So they use Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, whichever handle is there at the time.
Once persons sign in, companies get their demographic information because they would have approved and allowed for you to get that information. So it's a way to build on your marketing list and a way to improve your business overall.
Talk to me about O'Shane Bryant Fitness.
All right, so O'Shane Bryant Fitness, we don't have a fixed location. We're predominantly at UWI Mona campus, but of course we're a fitness entity that's geared towards giving Jamaica the most affordable health and fitness lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, and not a fat thing.
Well, it's my second time coming to a mingle. I'm really enjoying it. Perfect place to mingle, to get your business out there and learn about your peers and what's going on.
It's that time where we bid you farewell. Thank you for tuning in to Business Access TV and our coverage of Corporate Mingle here at the Reggae Mill Bar. I've been your host, Amita Prasad-Webb, and you're watching Business Access TV, serious about business. Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters. Call us at 876-618-2870 or email us at sales@batvja.com. Business Access TV, serious about business.
Every day you wake up, you have another opportunity to make this little island better, safer, a place where we all can be proud to call home. It's time we all recognize that every little thing we do has an impact on the Jamaica we live in now and the country we're leaving for our children. So promise me this, promise yourself this: no more will we tolerate criminals, even if it's our relatives. Tell them they're doing something wrong. Tell them to stop. Tell them no more robbing our children of the Jamaica they deserve. Tell them no more crime.
We are back with another exciting, innovative, and inspiring season.
It takes a lot of stick-to-itiveness, being consistent and persistent in whatever you're doing. That's the bottom line.
Business exists to add value to people's lives. And if we're not doing that, might as well we knock down the store and just call it a day.
It's a season 3 of Creating Wealth, Mondays at 8 p.m. on Business Access TV.
You're watching Business Access TV. Business Access TV.
Business Access.
Business Access TV.
Serious?
Serious.
Serious about business.
It was a meeting of two cities when the Montego Bay Convention Center hosted cocktails in Kingston at the Spanish Court Hotel, Worthington. Business Access TV was there to share in the moment.
First and foremost, on behalf of the team, I want to say a heartfelt thank you for being here. You could have been at other places, you could have been at other events, you could have been at other functions, but you found the convention center team very well to join us. So thank you again. All right? And so to go into this, again, just welcome, a heartfelt welcome. The Montego Bay Convention Center team is here. We have gone around, we have spoken to a lot of persons, but tonight it's very special for us because so many familiar faces, so many partners, so many clients, returning clients, possible clients, and the list goes on. So again, you will not hear me enough to say thank you, because that's a word that from the convention center, it's a part of us, and we really take pride in showing appreciation. This evening is truly special for us, for it has been a long time coming. Kingston has been a long time coming. And, Montego Bay Convention Center, of course, we opened our doors in 2011 and to the events and meeting industry. And, but connecting with our friends and our partners in Kingston has always been on the top of our mind. Over the years, we have received substantial support from our clients in Kingston. Therefore, this event had to be in our cards. And of course, we have a large deck, but you're on top of that deck. And we know good things happen in Kingston. So like many other parishioners, we packed up everything and we headed into Kingston on the town bus yesterday. Some of the team came in, when was it? Monday. And they say, Aaron, the traffic. And I said, it can't be worse than Montego Bay. And we found ourselves here sitting in this room 5:30 because we've said there's not one partner that is standing in front of us now that is going to be here and not see a team member from the convention center representing. So again, team, thank you. Hopefully, any guest tonight, and this is not meant to mean anything, but any guest tonight that have never experienced the convention center, unfortunately, you're in the minority. But what we want you to do when you're in Montego Bay, please come and visit. Sit with us, have lunch. Let's tour you. Let's show you the technology. Let's show you what some of our partners in this room have done with us. We have transformed the convention center. And of course, there are many events. And one of the things that we had looked at is how we put all the assets, the available assets, through our vendors, through our partners, together to really make the convention center what it is. The purpose of the convention center was never a self-sustained entity. It's to really contribute to economic development. And what we're measured on is not only profitability, but our economic impact. And we've seen it, especially in Montego Bay. But one of the initiatives that we had is to bring Kingston a little bit to Montego Bay as well through our friends and partners that are here tonight. So the Montego Bay Convention Center represents opportunities, one for us to think differently and see possibilities for now and the future. The center firmly places Jamaica as a viable destination for meetings, conferences, exhibitions, and of course, a selection of certain sporting activity that relates to sport tourism. So while the honor is mine to welcome you, I always want to thank you for taking the time out in engaging with us. Think differently. That is what I want to drive in your thought process when it comes to the Montego Bay Convention Center. Let us work with the possibility. Let us make the possibilities become a reality. The sales and events team, they're here tonight. And I really want to identify the team members. I know when it comes to this part, they tend to just come together And when I start to call the names, they're going to raise their hands and they're going to say who they are. And of course, we all know them. So leading the sales and events team is, of course, our director of sales and events, Miss Mavoy Smith. Of course, there's Mavoy. We do have the sales managers with us tonight. You do have Donald Thompson. Where's Donald? Donald? There he is. There he is. Thank you, Donald. And of course, you have Alexia. Thank you, Alexia. And there's one lady here that she's a blend of food and beverage and sales. We call her catering sales. That's Trishani. So food is always important. So Trishani, thank you again. Trishani Austin. Our senior events manager, Kyan Henton. Many of you know Kyan. Many of you have been exposed to Kyan. Spearheading the senior events. Thank you, Kyan. So again, we have one lady that keeps us together. She's Michelle Gordon. Michelle is really our executive assistant and of course sales administrator. Sometimes we're based on a property, based on an events, we're pulled left, right, and center. If it's not for Michelle Gordon, we term her MG, the acronym MG, we would be all over the place. So MG's responsibility is to keep us together, keep us focused, and also keep us well fed. Thank you. ASEAN, many of you heard from ASEAN, know ASEAN PR, marketing, sponsorship. What else? And he takes the beautiful pictures. So with your permission tonight, ladies and gentlemen, ASEAN will, of course, on social media. I'm still catching up with technology. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, InstaChat. I got that right? Just joking. Just joking. So again, that's a team that is here tonight. And they're out, and they're here well represented. So, of course, Dr. Guntley, my second mother. Wave your hands for me, please. Thank you. John Woolcock, he heads up the events department for Jamaica Tourist Board. And of course, the Convention Center. We're now a part of the Ministry of Tourism. We're an agency under the Ministry of Tourism. John, very vital to our organization, very vital in terms of the partnership and to allow Jamaica to be recognized again, not only as leisure, but as meetings and conventions. Because really, the large groups that the Convention Center will and the future possibilities to bring into Jamaica, of course, will create that economic impact that we're pushing for Jamaica to recognize. Not only about profitability, but looking at economic impact, whether it be indirect or direct, to see how that trickles down for the entire geographic location to benefit. So again, that's the mandate and purpose of the Convention Center in partnership with our main sister agency, the Jamaica Tourist Board. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you again, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Do you want more experience from your SUV? Introducing the 2020 Nissan X-Trail with leading-edge technology, intelligent ride and chassis control, a round-view monitor, and hill start assist for confidence behind the wheel. Plus, auto headlights and panoramic sunroof. Drive the SUV with more experience. The Nissan X-Trail, available today at Fidelity Motors.
Have you seen it? It's BATV Live. Live streams of business news weekdays at 7:30 p.m. Stay on point Thursdays at 8 p.m. with our Business Current Affairs show. And Weekend Business Report Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. Wherever you are. Log on to our Facebook page at Business Access TV or visit our website at batvja.com. Live and at your fingertips. Business Access TV, serious about business. It's season 12 and Wealth Magazine Business Access is here to keep you business savvy. With an impressive mix of some of Jamaica's most inspiring business moguls, we continue to keep Jamaica informed, empowered, and ready to dominate. Tune in Sundays at 5 p.m. only on BATV.
You're watching
Business Access. Business Access. Business Access. Business Access TV.
Serious about business.
Caring Hands Season 3 continues to effect change in a changing environment.
Many of us were raised by grandmothers, right? So, I mean, we know the wisdom that these people have.
Going beyond business.
The little leaders of today are our leaders of tomorrow. And with the proper education, we'll have very good leadership coming from that.
That's Season 3 of Caring Hands, creating change and shaping lives, every Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Ready for cable for as little as $100? Ready for no monthly cable bill? Ready for 10 TV channels absolutely free? Then pick up our Ready TV box at authorized stores for $4,500. Hook it up to your TV set, then top it up with Ready Credit for 1, 7, or 30 days. Buy now and get $1,000 free Ready Credit and start watching your favorite shows. Pick it up, hook it up, top it up. Ready TV, prepaid cable TV when you're ready. Now serving Kingston and St. Catherine. Limited time offer while stocks last. Conditions apply.
We're here at the Spanish Court Hotel, Worthington, for the Cocktails in Kingston. Why is it important for the Montego Bay Convention Center to have this event tonight?
It's very important to us because a few things that we have highlighted and wanted to bring forefront is that we recognize and appreciate our partners in Kingston, our clients in Kingston, our potential clients in Kingston. Of course, we do have these events just to mingle, just to share our thoughts process, not in terms of business, but just to get everyone inside a room. And of course, we just talk in a informal or formal environment, and we just get together. So that's really the purpose of our vendors, our partners, our agencies, from the ministries to our suppliers. We just get everyone in and show our appreciation.
You mentioned the Jamaica Tourist Board as one of your major partners. How has that relationship been?
It is excellent, and it is a relationship that has been in the making since our inception. The tourist board is very important to us. Jamaica Tourist Board, of course, is what we consider as our DMO, or destination marketing organization, that assists the convention center in not only marketing the facility to any other destination that would willing to come offshore, especially the international destinations, but what they do as well is to market Jamaica and assist us in not only marketing as Sun, Sun and Sierra Leisure, but to ensure that Jamaica is seen as a meetings and events destination that can host large group in a first world facility.
And speaking of that first world facility, tell us a little bit about the Montego Bay Convention Center and what people can expect from the venue.
Montego Bay Convention Center, managed by SMG, a North American-based company that manages 85% of the public facilities in the world. Of course, first world, now we have a mandate to ensure that that first world facilities is represented here in Jamaica. And of course, Montego Bay Convention Center opened its door in 2011 to the events industry. And what we really do is to host events. I mean, regardless from your weddings to your largest expos, to your exhibition, to your conventions, to your sporting events, to your church events. So we're an all-inclusive package. We're a flexible facility. And what we do is to host any and every event. So that's basically what we do. And what to expect is our people. We have a set of well-trained staff, and events is our core business. And what we did in the initial stage is to ensure that our team members, they're fully aware of all aspects of event management, certified and also recognized internationally. So what you will expect from the Montego Bay Convention Center is the highest level of technology, the best aesthetics, theme, and the best management you can think of bringing your event from a thought process to reality. So that's what we're all about.
And finally, now that you're here in Kingston for this event, what kind of connections are you hoping to make at Cocktails in Kingston tonight?
Yes, we do have quite a few corporate partners in Kingston, but what we want to do is to bring Kingston to Montego Bay. Get Kingston to come to Montego Bay see what the convention center is all about. So for potential clients that we do have, it's just to mingle, to invite them, just to, a short presentation, show what we're about, and then of course to invite those potential clients down, and of course get them to know the convention center, come in, explore the property, do inspection, see the technology, see the staff, meet the people, meet the strength behind the asset, and then of course we go from there. So in a sense, it's really to have Kingston in Montego Bay, and of course to expand our business, which that's the whole intention.
The Montego Bay Convention Center opened its doors about 8 years ago. What have we seen from the convention center over the years?
Well, the convention center since 2011 to now 2019, we've done a little bit over 700 events. We've done a lot of weddings, we've done graduations, we've done car shows, we've done meetings, conventions. We're home to most of the major churches in Jamaica where they do their annual conventions with us. So we're home to the Jamaica Baptist, the United Open Bible, the Jehovah's Witnesses, you name it, we're home to them.
And as was mentioned, the Jamaica Tourist Board is a major partner with the Montego Bay Convention Center. How has that experience, or how has that relationship been over the years?
Very positive. Having the convention center in Montego Bay means that we have the ability to go after larger groups that will support the hotels in the area. And without the convention center, this was a void. So of course having a state-of-the-art facility in Montego Bay opens up a lot of opportunities for us. And we're seeing where MICE planners are really taking a very close look at the destination, whereas in the past they might have said, you know what, this group is a little bit too large for Jamaica or for Montego Bay. Now it's on the table. Now Jamaica is even more viable.
And can you comment on the impact it has had on the tourism industry over the years?
The Montego Bay Convention Center, as Karen Benjamin, our interim general manager, mentioned earlier, that our core function is basically to support the community. So our aim is to bring in, as John just mentioned, the larger groups to Jamaica, so it will impact the hotels. So we basically get heads in beds. You'll have the coconut man on the roadside being able to sell more jelly coconuts, the cane man, the nightlife, so the Margaritaville's, the Pier 1s, you name it, so it's like a domino effect. So all partners involved will be able to get a piece of the pie.
And it's only been here since 2011, so can you comment on what impacts has been made to tourism before and now?
Well, again, as Mavoy just mentioned, it's all positive in the sense that we're getting more business, increased business, more visitor arrivals coming in. Conventions that would not have considered Jamaica, now they're looking at the destination, they're actually booking the destination. So again, it's very positive. We have become even more competitive in the marketplace.
How do you see the center being utilized in new ways to pull more visitors?
We are trying to focus more heavily on the sporting events. So as it is now, we host the NCAA, that's a basketball competition every November, and this competition is aired live on CBS. So not only Jamaicans get an opportunity to see what can happen at the convention center, but persons internationally will be able to see what we're doing, and they may think to say, okay, so I can bring a sporting event to Jamaica. So it's not just meetings and conventions, we're pretty much multifunctional, which is why in our different spaces at the convention center, there's nothing fixed. So whatever the event is, we can accommodate it. If it's a car show, we can do it. If it's basketball, we can do it. If it's taekwondo, we can do it. So you name it, we can do it.
And anything new from the tourist board that you can mention?
The Jamaica Tourist Board is always looking at new opportunities. We have a very strong team in the market, so we are pursuing a lot of new ventures. So it's going to be great for Jamaica moving forward. We're seeing it in our visitor arrivals. It continues to grow. And again, it's going from strength to strength. But we have a gem in MBCC, no question about it. And all of our partners, from the hotels, the DMCs, the attractions, it's all very good.
Your company has hosted several events at the Montego Bay Convention Center. Talk to us about the experience working with them.
It's an amazing experience working with the team there. One of the wonderful things about the convention center and the team is that level of engagement. They take on your project as if it's their own, and they're really involved from start to finish. And it's something that you really appreciate as a project manager and an event manager, because you want to be assured that all of the details of your event are taken care of. Usually you're planning an event from Kingston at the Montego Bay Convention Center, so having that level of oversight, that level of attention to detail is really very important to us. So it's something that we really appreciate. After a while they become your friends. It's really an amazing team there. So I'd recommend anyone to go to the convention center. And it's not just about the team, it's about the facilities, it's about the facilitation, it's about the accommodation of each and every request. So I can't say enough good things about them there.
And how important would you say a venue like this is for Jamaica?
Oh, absolutely, very important. I mean, Jamaica, as the general manager just said, Jamaica is more than just sea and sand. And it's very important that you have a facility that can accommodate local, nationally scaled, as well as regional and international events right here on our shores. It's an opportunity for various industries to be showcased, for us to stage events that have multi-tiered opportunities for varied groups. So for the hotel sector, the broader tourism sector, for other persons here in Jamaica, it really makes sense for you to have a facility like this in Jamaica. And I can only wish that they go from strength to strength in terms of the range of services that they offer that will ensure that we entice as many people here as possible to utilize the services and the facilities that are here.
Hi, I'm Peter Shakir from Event and Entertainment Services. We're an event management and planning company, and we do many events across the island and abroad as well. We also own Jamaica Bridal Expo, and this is my partner, Joanne Paxton, and she'll talk to you a little bit about hosting Jamaica Bridal Expo at the Montego Bay Convention Center.
We've hosted the Jamaica Bridal Expo at the Montego Bay Convention Center for the past 6 years, and Jamaica Bridal Expo is at home at the Convention Center. Everything is positive about the venue, the grand ballroom, what you have the expo in, the conference room where we hold a conference on the first day of activities for the expo, and the staff at the Montego Bay Convention Center is absolutely amazing.
Thank you for tuning into our coverage of Cocktails in Kingston, hosted by the Montego Bay Convention Center. You're watching Business Access TV, serious about business.
I'm 36. I'm a husband, a manager, and still very good looking. In 2 hours, I have the most important meeting of my life. But first, it's time to play. The new Suzuki Vitara.
Great design is not only how things look, but also how well they work. The GLC, more than meets the eye.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters. Call us at 876-618-2870 or email us at sales@batvja.com. Business Access TV, serious about business.
I wanted to be an educator because I believe that education is the most powerful weapon that can change the world.
My dreams and aspiration is to one day become an entrepreneur where I can employ other persons and help to build the country.
I wanted to go into development. I wanted to help people become better versions of themselves. Growing up, I saw a lot of violence, I saw a lot of crime, I saw a lot of poverty. The challenges are so many. The first one that comes to mind is the level of youth unemployment that's here.
Challenges that exist here in West Prospect Bogwalk are lack of awareness for educational opportunities or job opportunities.
Not many got the chance to do CXC or graduate from the secondary level. So that's a major setback for the people living in the community.
A way to alleviate this issue is training programs.
They need more opportunities, like to go back to school to get themselves a certificate so they can be able to work and create employment for themselves and their family.
Push more entrepreneurship opportunity, encourage these youths to be creative and innovative in what they do. Give them startup capital to start their business. Invest more in the youth skills and talents.
The Poverty Reduction Program is funded by the European Union, and it really is a program that focuses on the most vulnerable type of communities, making communities safer, making citizens more healthy, better access to education.
For European Union, investing in youth is an obvious choice. They are the future of the country. If we prepare them well, they will bring the change that Jamaica needs. That's why we invest in scholarships, internship, training in life skills and mentorship.
I received a tertiary scholarship from PRP to attend the University of Technology, Jamaica. It meant a lot to me because I realized that somebody else believed in me and somebody saw the potential that I have and somebody believed that I could actually achieve my goal.
I benefited by getting firstly an internship, and also they assisted my bachelor's degree financially. But critically, outside of the finances, the persons that were on the project, the motivation that they provided, etc., it really provided a huge boost.
This is my third year at the MICO. This scholarship, it helped me to be able to focus only on my education here, because tertiary education is not cheap.
I was placed at ODPEM on the one-year internship program. It was really good. It was an opportunity for me to prove myself, to give myself a service, and also to gain experience in the working world, and to also provide for my family.
I plan to be an agent of change in my community by being a mentor, a leader, and a godfather for the youths growing up. Try to help them teach them a trade.
You don't have to be rich to help. You don't have to achieve greatness to start. I contributed to my basic school by providing them with the necessary resources that they need, that I believe that in the long run it will have a ripple effect on many, many persons.
Professionally, I manage the whole program, which is aimed at giving young persons the opportunity to, do what I did, basically, to get their foot inside an organization. Additionally, I also have a little small business that I try to employ young persons to learn a skill, etc.
When you're persistent in life, when you're determined, when you're hungry for success, then you'll be able to accomplish and achieve anything that you want.
It has changed hundreds and hundreds of lives. Not just my life, my family lives, my friends' lives, etc. I want to just urge everyone looking on to continue these social programs. These are the solutions to the many ills that we face as a society and as a country and even as a world. So thank you, and I challenge you, continue it. It's needed.
Back with another exciting, innovative and inspiring season.
It takes a lot of stick-to-itiveness, being consistent and persistent in whatever you're doing. That's the bottom line.
Business exists to add value to people's lives. And if we're not doing that, might as well lock down the store and just call it a day.
It's a season 3 of Creating Wealth, Mondays at 8 p.m. on Business Access TV.
On this episode of Chill Spot, we'll be enjoying the simple pleasures in life with Shani Jaja. She's the CEO of FamFun Entertainment, and she's also the communications manager at Global Directories Limited, also known as the Yellow Pages. For the ultimate spa experience, Shani will be taking us to the Face Place, and then it will be on to Tea Tree Creperie, a cordon bleu style eatery, the first of its kind here in Jamaica. Stay with us. Mani-pedis, facials, massages. I can't think of a better way to de-stress. Let's join Shani inside and check it out. Hi Shani.
Hi Candy.
Good to see you.
Good
How
to
are
see
you?
you too. Good.
So what are we going to be doing today?
Okay, so this is one of my favorite places. We're going to do full body massage. We're going to do a facial, body scrub, and get our nails done.
And what is it about hair that you like?
I love the fact that they have such a wide variety of services to choose from. As you will see today, we're going to be doing the full works.
Well, I'm very excited. This sounds like an amazing chill spot, so let's get to it.
Looking forward to it too.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, how are you? Thank you. It's good to be back.
All right, let me just check you guys in, and someone will be with you shortly.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. But while we're waiting, tell me a little bit about the Face Place. Why would someone opt to come here?
Well, the Face Place has been established since 1973.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know, when you have a set of quality standards in place, things kind of just work for themselves.
What are your range of services that you guys offer?
We offer a range of facials, another range of nail care, body care, and waxing, hair removal, those kind of things.
Well, you guys are getting me really, really excited, so let's head inside.
All right.
So, hi.
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. I'm Nicole.
Hi, guys.
I'm here to take you guys around, please. Thank you.
Let's go. The service so far here is spectacular.
It is exceptional.
I'm really feeling very relaxed. The drink, the girls, everything has been perfect.
Yep, this is why you have to come here and just relax. You have to make it a point of duty to set some time for yourself, even if it is once a month, to pamper yourself.
So Shani, tell me about your upbringing and how you were raised, and any siblings?
Oh yeah, I actually have a big family. I grew up in a Rastafarian household. So my dad and my mom were both Rastafarians. And my dad has 8 kids and my mom has 4.
But you only have one?
I only have one,
So tell me about your one.
My one, my pride and joy, Jelani. He is my biggest motivation. He's the reason why I do a lot of the things that I do, and I believe why I'm so driven to ensure that I succeed, because I want to show him that, you know, in everything that he does, he needs to do with the spirit of excellence.
So how do you balance motherhood with everything else that you have going on?
It really is a balancing act because kids go through different stages. Now he's going into the preteen stage, which is a whole different ball game. He keeps me grounded though, and he keeps me on my toes. I remember there was a time when I was at home working and he wanted to talk to me about something and I kept, kind of brushing him off. And I was on my computer and he said, "Mommy, do you think your work is more important than me?" And the moment he said that is the moment I realized how much he was observing the fact that, I was putting work before him. And since that moment, I've made it a concerted effort to make sure that I spend time with him and there are things that we do together. No interruptions with phone, no interruptions with anyone else. It's just me and him.
And what about your faith? What role does Christianity play in your everyday life?
It really is a fundamental part of my life. It sets the tone for everything that I do and how I do it. Being a Christian, it's been a journey. Every day it's a different experience. Every day it's putting God first, above everything else. It's praying about everything that I do. It's being conscious of, His plans and His purpose for my life and ensuring that, I'm obedient to His will and that I'm applying myself based on, the things that He has called me to do.
So what about your dating life? Are you dating right now?
No, I'm not dating right now.
So what would be your idea of the ideal man or the ideal date?
Wow. I would say the ideal date would be, us both doing something that we really enjoy. I love to eat out. I love good conversation. I mean, it sounds cliche, and I guess it probably is, but when you meet someone that, you can just talk and, you don't even realize that hours are going and, you're sharing your life experiences or just, just enjoying the simpler things in life and being appreciative of, each other. That, I guess for me, it's just, that would be ideal.
We've noticed that you're a very fashionable girl. Tell us about your sense of fashion.
If you know me, my hairstyle is always changing, right? So I'm just trying new things because, fashion is there to be explored.
What about your sense of fashion in the workplace?
Dress according to your body type and be comfortable in what you're wearing. Don't wear shoes that you can't walk in. I personally, if I know that I'm going somewhere and I have to walk a long distance between the car park and where I'm going, and I know I'll be standing for hours, I won't wear a 6-inch heel that I know that I can't walk in. It affects your confidence if you're wearing a pair of shoes that is too tight for you, or you're wearing a skirt that is a little bit too tight or too short, and that shows. So in the workplace especially, maintain that level of professionalism.
Fabulous. You also mentioned earlier that you like to eat out. What other things other than eating do you enjoy?
I love plays, right? Anything with Glenn Titus Campbell in it, I will go and watch. Yes, I love plays and I love to go to the country. So Ocho Rios, Port Antonio. I like traveling overseas, experiencing new cultures, experiencing new food too, because I really love to eat.
You seem like such a strong, confident woman. Is there anything that you're afraid of?
My biggest fear is making a mistake in how I raise him that will affect him for the rest of his life.
What would you say is the one thing that always brings you back and makes you resilient?
The fact that it's not on my own strength, but my strength comes from the Lord. I put Jelani in prayer day and night. I pray over him, I pray for him, I pray with him, because I realize that the Lord has a purpose for him. And I know that if I continue to trust and be obedient to what He has told me to do, then Jelani's life will be fine.
Well, Shani, thank you very much for this experience. Here at the Face Space, I'm having a fabulous time, but I'm really excited to eat. I'm kind of hungry.
Oh gosh, I'm
so
looking
we'll be
forward
heading to
Tea Tree Crappery.
Let's go.
Coming up.
So we refer to it as a unique family festival because it is an event that caters to every single member of the family.
So you guys are Fun Fest?
Yes.
Oh!
They say it takes a village to raise a child, but the world will one day need the leadership of that child. The time you spend with your child matters. It stimulates their minds and shapes the way they act. Talk with your children. Help them to better understand the world around them and to value what is truly precious. Above all, the most valuable gift you can give them is love. Play, talk, teach, love. Take the time. It makes all the difference. A message from the Parenting Helpline and Ad Council Jamaica.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters. Call us at 876-618-2870 or email us at sales@batvja.com. Business Access TV, serious about business.
Hi, Shani. Good to see you. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. You? Good. So, Shani, tell us about Tea Tree and why you chose it as your chill spot.
I enjoy crepes. I like the variety. I love the ambience of here, especially. It's a perfect place to come and chill on a Saturday afternoon or even in the morning. You know, it's just an easy, relaxing atmosphere, and the food is great.
Fantastic. So, what kind of restaurant is it exactly? Like, what is a crepe?
How do you describe it? Wow. A crepe is a thin pancake that can either be savory or sweet, and you have various fillings that you can add to it. So my favorite is the Marlin crepe.
And you said that you love the ambience here. Describe what it is like.
When I'm here, I feel as if I'm not in Jamaica. It's very relaxing. I like just the peace. I like there's always something that's happening. It seems vibrant, but it's also, really relaxing and just a nice place to just chill, either read a book or drink a mint lemonade and just kick back.
Well, with that kind of description, I'm ready to order.
I am too.
Oh, hi.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Give me just a minute to get some drink menus as well.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you. Well, I'm a strawberry cheesecake fan, so...
Girl, I can't manage it. I'm trying to lose weight right now.
I think that's what I'm gonna get.
Even this is like cheap meal for me now.
But it's like everything you can imagine can go inside a crepe.
Yeah.
Everything.
I think that's what I like about it because it's very versatile. So if you're a vegetarian, which I am, there's a wide variety you can choose from. You can either do a straight veggies or you can do something like the smoked Marlin crepe, which is good.
I know it's a cheat meal, but then you can get one with just fruits. So does that count? Does it still count as a cheat meal?
No, I don't think so, because I think the crepe in itself doesn't have a lot of calories. Right. I'm not sure, but I say if it's a thin pancake, it can't be that bad.
I think I'm gonna get the strawberry cheesecake. That's me.
All right, I'm gonna have the smoked Marlin and the mint lemonade.
Is ready?
Yep.
Is that the drink menu? Can I see that? I will have a fruit smoothie, a strawberry smoothie, if that's okay. And then I'll also have the strawberry cheesecake crepe.
Strawberries?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll have the mint lemonade and the smoked Marlin crepe. Yeah. Yay! Yes, thank you.
All right, Shani, so I want to talk a little bit about your professional life. Tell us about your job. I know you have multiple, so let's start with your position at the Yellow Pages, Global Directories. Tell us about that.
So I'm the communications manager for Global Directories, which is a recent post that I've been appointed to.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So, I mean, it's something that I completely enjoy. The role involves public relations, media relations, and corporate social responsibility, which is an area that I'm especially excited about because it's the first time for us as a company that will be looking at developing a CSR regional program that can, that can be implemented in the 15 markets within which we operate. So
that's fantastic. And I know you've done a number of different things leading up to this position. Can you tell us what else you've done? Because you were at Digicel for some time.
Yes, I would say that that's where my professional career in marketing started, at Digicel. Initially when I went there, I was in the call center as a call center agent. Yes, so I joined Digicel in 2002. February 2002, which was a few months after they had launched.
Right.
And I started in customer care as a call center agent. And after about a year and a half, and eventually when a position became available, I applied for it and I got through. So that position was media planner. And since then, I've just been growing ever since.
What would you say is your favorite part about your job now?
You know what I enjoy about marketing? It's so dynamic and it's so diverse. So there's always something new, a new trend. I especially love the behavioral aspect of it in terms of how, you know, developing certain strategies and programs can actually affect human behavior and how they interact and relate to brands. It's very exciting a topic for me, and I just love the fact that there's so much that can be done. So there's never a day that I come to work that I'm doing the same thing. I like the challenge of coming up with new and creative ideas and looking at fresh and innovative ways to really engage our consumers and our customers.
And similarly, what would you say is the most challenging part and how do you overcome those challenges?
I think the most challenging part of it is really having that work-life balance, because, you know, when you are in a profession that you really, really love and you're genuinely passionate about, it's very easy for you to spend every waking moment doing that, right? You know, there's always something new coming up, so you're trying to challenge yourself to learn more and to do more. But having a family, it's important for you to strike that balance, and I think that's probably the most challenging side of it. But I've learned and I'm still learning to do that.
You also are the CEO of FamFun Entertainment. You mentioned work-life balance, so tell us about this.
I think that was my dream. And it came about because of my son, Jelani. I realized that there was a lack of family entertainment in Jamaica. So, you know, whenever the holidays came around, there really wasn't anything for us to do as a family, you know, except for going to the movies and so on. And my business partner, Jete, who is also very experienced in event management, we came up with the concept of just putting on our own event, and that's really how FamFun and FunFest was born.
So you guys are FunFest?
Yes.
Oh!
So the company is FamFun Entertainment, but the event that we put on is FunFest.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, the first one that we had in December of 2012, my grandmother, who at the time was 95 or 98.
She came
and she sat down and, you know, and she watched the entertainment that we had throughout the day. I mean, she interacted with her grandkids that were there, and, you know, it's just been a good family event.
Absolutely.
For adults, for kids, for teenagers to come out to and enjoy.
You have so many different things going on, and you constantly have to deal with people of different kinds, different personalities. So how do you deal with that?
You know what? I learned very early in life that you have to be diplomatic in your approach. You have to learn in this business not to take things personal. You have to stay focused in terms of what's your ultimate goal, and not allow people's personality or, you know, attitude to derail you from that focus. I've gotten a lot of blows, both career-wise and personally, and so I think from those experiences I've learned to become a little bit more thick-skinned, be a little bit more understanding and also compassionate, and I think it's through that I've been able to build the relationships and, you know, just be able to maneuver my way through, you know, the various challenges.
Who would you say has inspired you the most in your career?
I guess it would be my mom. You know, she's an entrepreneur like myself, and she's really just had to be very positive and optimistic in everything that she's done, you know. starting out with raising 4 kids, it was really difficult for her. Yeah, and when she made that bold move to leave her 9 to 5 and start her own business, you know, it really was a challenge for her. But I've witnessed her commitment, her dedication, her drive, her passion, and her zeal, which has given me that inspiration. And whenever I feel as if, you know, it's too difficult to continue, you know, I remember the challenges that she went through, and I know that if she could have done it with 4 kids, then I certainly more than can do it with just, you know, 1.
Coming up. So for FamFun, did you have any difficulties or challenges getting that off the ground?
Girl, the biggest challenge and blow for me is when I shared those dreams and ideas with close friends who, you know, they were less than supportive.
Every day you wake up, you have another opportunity to make this little island better, safer, a place where we all can be proud to call home. It's time we all recognize that every little thing we do has an impact on the Jamaica we live in now and the country we're leaving for our children. So promise me this, promise yourself this: no more will we tolerate criminals, even if it's our relatives. Tell them they're doing something wrong. Tell them to stop. Tell them no more robbing our children of the Jamaica they deserve. Tell them no more crime.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters. Call us at 876-618-2870 or email us at sales@batvja.com. Business Access TV, serious about business.
So you have FamFun, you have your other job, your permanent full-time.
Yes.
How do you manage both of those things simultaneously?
It really is a balancing act, and thankfully, I've had enough experience to learn how to juggle both. The beauty about FunFest is that it's seasonal events that we do, and we pretty much developed a blueprint for it, so it can operate on autopilot. But balancing the priorities for my 9 to 5 is critical, ensuring that I get those responsibilities out the way, so that when I go home in the evening, I can spend time with my family, and also, you know, a couple hours before I go to bed, I focus on the plans for FunFest.
So for FamFun, did you have any difficulties or challenges getting that off the ground?
Girl, yes, because you know, you have this grand idea, and you have these big plans and big dreams that you want to fulfill. And I think the biggest challenge and blow for me is when I shared those dreams and ideas with close friends who, you know, they were less than supportive. I remember there was one person that I spoke to that I considered her an expert for a particular area that I wanted to do at the event, and her response to me was, well, why are you doing that? Why are you starting so big? And why don't you do something smaller? Why are you looking to do something entertainment-based? And I felt discouraged, and I remember speaking to my spouse at the time, who he said, you know what, as a matter of fact, you shouldn't feel discouraged. If anything, that should challenge you and motivate you to do it, to show, not her, but I mean yourself, that, you know, despite the challenges and the naysayers, that it was possible. And sharing the dream and having persons understand what that dream is and the importance of it and willing to invest in it was also a big challenge. So for us, my business partner and I, we had to put up our money, our own money. And I can honestly say that the first event didn't even break even. But the joys that we saw on the families' faces, the feedback that we got from parents that came out, from kids that came out, it was so overwhelming that we were committed to this thing. We knew that even though the first event didn't work out, we know that there was potential for it, and so it made us even more resilient to go out there and do it much bigger, much better, to invest in it as something that not only is beneficial to us, but it's also something that contributes positively to the family structure in Jamaica.
And I would imagine that today we are not just breaking even, but you're making a profit from this as well, yes?
I would say that today we're blessed. Yes, we're blessed.
I love that. Okay, and what advice would you have for people who are in a 9-to-5 and balancing some kind of entrepreneurial activity?
I would say first and foremost, you have an obligation to the company that you work for, and there is an expectation that you will deliver. It should never be a case where the projects that you're working on outside compromises the level of work or the quality of work that you provide to your employer. So first and foremost, be disciplined about your work, be honest about the things that you're doing as well, and ensure that there's no conflict of interest. It's also important for you to learn to balance, so ensuring that your objectives are being met, but then also spend the time to plan for the other activities that you need to get done. And it is possible, and I would encourage young professionals to challenge themselves to do more. There's a lot that can be done, and there's no limit to how many roles you can play, but it's just for you to find your niche and find what you're good at and do it well.
What personal or professional goals do you set or have for yourself?
Professional, from a global directory standpoint, I see global directories really being #1 in search in the Caribbean. I also see us rolling out a very effective and sustainable corporate social responsibility program regionally that will not only impact the environment within which you operate, it will impact communities and also impact government and the wider communities. So I see that as our ultimate goal. I think big things are ahead for that company. From a personal standpoint, in terms of FunFest, FunFest, we're doing our first event in Ocho. This is going to be our 10th staging, and our dream is really for it to become a Caribbean and international brand.
So you're also a mentor. It's at UTech, I think. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I'm a mentor for students at UTech through their mentorship program. I remember when I was a little bit younger and in my professional career, I really admired certain professional women. Heather Shields is one. Just her professionalism, her zeal, her flair, her style is one that I really admired. I learned so much from her, and I think my ability to grow was through that experience. And so when I was approached to be a mentor at UTech, I readily took up the opportunity because I think it's important for us to not only receive, but to give.
Well, I love that, Shani. I love that you've been able to use your experience to give back to the students. That's really amazing. Oh, this is fantastic. Perfect timing. Thank you very much.
All right. Bon appetit.
Well, Shani, I could not have asked for a better day out with you. I enjoyed every single part of today, the face paste, the massage, oh my gosh. We got mani-pedis, and the food here is incredible.
It was.
So thank you very much for sharing your multiple chill spots with us.
And thank you so much for having me on the show. I really had a great day. This is like my perfect Saturday.
Business current affairs you can relate to. Frank, credible discussion. On Point with Kalila Reynolds and Dennis Chung. Dissecting the issues, offering solutions to Jamaica's challenges. On Point, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Toronto's rich culinary heritage has been a source of success for many, and over the years, the ever-changing landscape of our cuisine has given opportunities to those willing to try a more creative approach to food. Today, we'll speak to 3 entrepreneurs who are carving their own niche in our Jamaican food scene. The chaos of creativity meets the stricture of structure on Business Access TV's Cameo.
Well, 689 got started out of pure coincidence, if you want to put it that way. I was nowhere looking for a restaurant to open. I was just wrapping up a 4-year stint at the French Embassy. And I put in my resignation and I was looking for something else to do, something for the 2013. And an opportunity came about and there wasn't anything being done with this floor of the quad. And the investors, future investors, approached me and said, would you like to do something with it? And I thought about it and I did a dinner once and came across something that's piqued my interest, and I said, if I'm to have a restaurant, I'd name it 689, and that's how 689 was born. We wanted a kind of casual, elegant feel to the cuisine that we were going to bring. But when we launched, it almost took on a life of its own, and it kind of took on a personality of its own, and it morphed into a little bit more sophisticated kind of vibe with live music, celebrating Caribbean cuisine, and we just ran with it. We just ran with the spirit. 689 opened on 689, as a matter of fact, so our anniversary is always on 689, coincidentally. It started 6 p.m. on the 8th day of the 9th month. We had a 3-day tasting, and we invited some of our closest customers that came over from my catering side. And it was, I remember the day vividly because all the hard work culminated into one fantastic evening of food and wine tasting. And to see my name on the door, pushing that frosted door that says 689 by Brian Lumley, almost like a surreal experience. It was a very heartfelt experience, but also a very scary experience because now you're letting in so much people inside a place that you're responsible for, and you don't know which direction it will go, if it will be successful or it will fail. And there's so much pride and so much things at stake that it's just, I don't want to go back to that moment. You know, I'm glad I'm past it, but it was nostalgic. In any restaurant, there's a lot of things that you have to consider. The right staffing, the right location, and not only pay attention to great customer service and hospitality, but you have to consider the work around the back. And the back work is what takes up a lot of the construction of a restaurant, if you want to say, because you have to analyze your food costs, you have to analyze your staff inputs, your expenditures, your suppliers, you have to organize a lot of these things, and you have to get them on a timely basis. So the strategy for the restaurant is very important to sit down and hash out before you start in a restaurant. The startup cost, I'd say between $3 and $6 million. It's a few millions because we re-gutted the place. Thanks to Thai Flora, they did an amazing job and helped us with the decor and kind of shed some of the decor costs. But a lot of the costs went into the POS systems, the training of the staff, the kitchen equipment. We had to reorganize the place because before, the prior owners was Christopher's, a popular jazz lounge here. And it was designed for cocktails and a bar. So the kitchen was not equipped to do gourmet food, for example. So we had to kind of restructure that aspect a little bit and purchase some new equipment in order to facilitate our menu. You have to be able to see what menu items are not performing, what are your major profits from these menu items. Because some items on your menu will yield higher profits than others. We have a POS system, a software that collects all the data of food sales for the day, and we tally them for a week. And over a month or a couple of months, we assess. Like say, maybe I'll try and change the menu every 6 months or so. So over that 6-month period, I'll assess what are the slow-moving items and try to replace those items with new and fresher approach. Wherever you see this name, Brian Lumley, you're expecting a wonderful ambiance, a great customer service, and great food and beverage. So we have a bar menu that is a little bit more affordable. It's not too bougie, it's not too sophisticated, it's not too glamorous. So you can have that. Then the other set of the menu is where we work hard and we put a lot of creative input into that. And that part of the menu is your special menu, is where you come and celebrate your birthday, your anniversary, your friend's graduation, engagement, whatever the case is, you have that menu to balance off. And it's not crazy expensive, but it's special. Cheesecake is baked with jackfruit inside, and then we did a little glaze with jackfruit itself. Each chef in this industry will have their own personality, will have their own training background and so on. So you start at that base first, and then you assess your customers and your marketplace. Once you get a feel of the Jamaican psyche or the international market, for example, 689 is located in New Kingston among 4 major hotels. You're not only catering for the local market, you're catering for international business travelers as well. So you have to find a midpoint between what they will appreciate, what your local market will appreciate, and also what is your expertise in those menu items. And that's how we create some crazy things, because we look at what the people want, what we can do, and we bounce out ideas amongst each other. And you create a wonderful world of ackee and saltfish spring rolls, grilled octopus, oxtail lasagna, pepper jelly shrimp alfredo, and jackfruit cheesecake, for example. And all these different things pop because the use of local ingredients are married with international techniques. .689 by Brian Lumley, the 2 brands. When I started the restaurant, and we talked about marketing strategies earlier, the reason why I attached that is because as the brand Brian Lumley was developed before 689, many people at the time knew Brian Lumley before they knew 689. 689 is becoming a stronger brand now and can lay on its own. And you want to have that continuing for other concepts. So for example, I may come out with Scotch Bonnet by Brian Lumley, because no one knows the initial concept that you're gonna start, but they may know Chef Brian Lumley. So anywhere you see that, it's almost like a stamp of approval to say, wherever you see this name, Brian Lumley, you're expecting a wonderful ambiance, a great customer service, and great food and beverage. And that's the kind of quality that we want to pursue throughout any concept that we use. So that's how the name tied in with 689, to say 689 by Brian Lumley. Because we want to start a movement, we want to start something that Jamaica or the Caribbean has never seen before. And we want to keep that consistent for years and years and years to come.
They say it takes a village to raise a child, but the world will one day need the leadership of that child. The time you spend with your child matters. It stimulates their minds and shapes the way they act. Talk with your children. Help them to better understand the world around them and to value what is truly precious. Above all, the most valuable gift you can give them is love. Play, talk, teach, love. Take the time. It makes all the difference. A message from the Parenting Helpline and Ad Council Jamaica.
The Good Life, your trusted source for useful health and wellness information, lifestyle tips for the mind, body, and soul. Tune in Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. on Business Access TV.
Restaurateur Alex Antius and his passion project Opa pays homage to Greek tradition and prides itself on an authentic Grecian experience right here in the heart of Kingston.
I've always felt there was a need for different type of restaurants in Jamaica, an ethnic restaurant. And even though there are no Greeks here, there are just 11 of us, I felt that Jamaicans were ready for a new flavor, and it has worked well. You know, Kingston has embraced us, and we've done very well for the past year and a half.
Starting a business from scratch is hard work. How did you raise the capital to open doors?
The capital came from my personal accounts.
So it was all your money?
It was there, yes.
Jamaicans aren't familiar with Greek cuisine. How did you go about introducing the food?
I wouldn't say that all Jamaicans are not. There are plenty of Jamaicans who have had Greek food, whether it's in London or in New York or in Miami or in Toronto. There are plenty of Greeks in those areas. And I know plenty of Jamaicans in those areas that eat at Greek restaurants. And I know of plenty of Jamaicans here that have tried Greek food before. However, the ones that haven't, I explained to them that I'm keeping it authentic, I'm keeping it Greek.
What were some major hurdles that you encountered?
The biggest hurdle for me is teaching my team customer service. I'm really, really picky about how we treat our customer. I've always said without a customer, we're nothing but four walls. So we have to give you an experience. It's not just about good food, it's about the experience, and service is important. So finding good servers, good bartenders who understand the significance of customer service, of customer being the king, and teaching them how to go about it.
Opa! How do you rate the Jamaican process to start a business? How difficult or how easy is it?
There are parts of it that are extremely easy and parts of it that are extremely difficult. There is a lot of red tape, a lot of bureaucracy as you're trying to get things done. I also don't feel that there are enough incentives from the government to help people, especially young people who want to enter business. On the other hand, things are comfortable here. For example, if I was to open a restaurant in New York, and like I said, I used to have one in Los Angeles years ago, trying to get your liquor license can take months or years sometimes, and it takes a lot of money. Well, that is not the case here. You can move much faster. But I wish that the government would really give some incentives, not only to young Jamaicans who want to open businesses, but also to foreigners like myself, so there can be incentives to come and invest money here.
How many customers are you feeding on a daily basis?
Well, it depends. Is it a weeknight or is it a weekend?
Any day, on average.
No less than 30 or 40, and most, especially weekends, over 150.
How would you assess what is doing well on your menu and what isn't, and how do you revamp if it's not doing so well?
The best indicator is if things are left over and they're not moving. But I look at sales, obviously. Our system tells me what we sold the night before, the week before, the month before. I see what's moving, what's not moving. If something isn't moving, I would replace it. However, I haven't had to do much of that. People have embraced our menu. Since we opened, that's almost a year and a half now, I have removed just 2 dishes that were not doing well. I keep on adding things though, and our menu is getting bigger and bigger.
You have to import a lot of your products, your ingredients.
Yes, I do.
How do you manage those costs?
Well, first of all, it's a headache importing in Jamaica, and it's expensive. I wish the government would help people. For example, I bring Greek wines and Greek beers here because they are not available. And I think it's important that if I'm introducing Greek food to Jamaicans, they should also enjoy Greek wines and Greek beer. I refuse to have a Greek restaurant without that. And it costs a lot of money to bring those wines and those beers in. And unfortunately, that expense gets passed to the consumer. Transportation, shipping from the States here, and import duties are more expensive than the product itself.
You've diversified your offerings here at Opa with a new lounge. Tell me about that.
Since I opened OPA, from day one, I wanted to utilize the space that you and I are sitting right now, for a lounge. Because I like the idea of people coming to enjoy a drink, eat something light for the night, or come out for a drink after they have dinner at OPA. OPA is an indoor area, air-conditioned, comfortable in that sense. Santorini, the new place, is outdoors. There is a deck, there is an outdoor bar. And I really want to give the feeling of a Greek island, and that's why I named it Santorini, which is one of the more famous Greek islands. I really want to feel that part of me being in Kingston is offering Jamaica a little piece of Greece. I offer something that nobody else has, and I do it well, and the numbers have been speaking for the last year and a half, and that's why we're so successful. Santorini, on the other hand, to most people, is another lounge, another bar. So through good drinks and reasonable prices, I have to attract the crowd. So here the product is not unique as OPA. Liquor is liquor. You can get a Heineken, you can get a gin and tonic, you can get an Appleton, a Coke at any bar in Jamaica. So why would you want to come to Santorini? Because of the experience I give you.
How much of an investment was it, and did it impact your bottom line so far?
Well, people think that I've spent huge amounts of money to do this. And the truth is that I haven't. I don't have it. I'm not a millionaire. To open OPA, it took about 110,000 US. When I say that, people don't believe me. But we did a lot of the work ourselves. We were very concerned of where every dollar went. And then a year later, it took another about 40,000 US to do Santorini, because what you see here was built from scratch. There was nothing here, it was just 2 mango trees.
What advice would you give to young people coming into the food industry? They want to open a restaurant, maybe not a Greek restaurant, but a restaurant.
Advice: learn the business before you open the business. Learn how to be a server, learn how to be a host, learn how to be a bartender, learn how to cook, learn how to clean the toilets. You have to be able to do everything in your business, because that's when you're going to succeed. Don't just rely on others to do it for you.
Ready for cable for as little as $100? Ready for no monthly cable bill? Ready for 10 TV channels absolutely free? Then pick up our Ready TV box at authorized stores for $4,500. Hook it up to your TV set, then top it up with Ready Credit for 1, 7, or 30 days. Buy now and get $1,000 free Ready Credit and start watching your favorite shows. Pick it up, hook it up, top it up. Ready TV. Prepaid cable TV when you're ready. Now serving Kingston and St. Catherine. Limited time offer while stocks last. Conditions apply.
Your business matters. Business Access TV offers you the most innovative and effective advertising solution for your business, specializing in B2B sales, cost-effective solutions, the customers you want, the repetition you need. No matter the size and nature of your company, your business matters. Call us at 876-618-2870 or email us at sales@batvja.com. Business Access TV, serious about business.
Co-owner and conceptualizer of Tea Tree Creperie, Carrie Quiz Sigurdsson, speaks to us about how she didn't want to become another nameless and faceless spot in cafe crowd and making the unfamiliar familiar.
My mother went to Greece. She went backpacking in Greece for 2 months, and she called and said, there's a creperie on every corner in this country, on all the islands. So let's do a crepe. We already had the name Tea Tree, so Tea Tree Creperie, and she specializes in crepes.
But starting a creperie wasn't going to be cheap.
To be honest, we went a little crazy as first-timers with, quite a big budget, and as creative people, we went a little bit over the top. But the costs were in the region of $7,000, $1.9 million for this little shop. We all had, quite a bit put away for a rainy day. I mean, we're not spring chickens, so we had quite a bit put away. We also took out a hefty loan from the bank, and that was a task in itself, convincing the bank manager that crepes were gonna be a hit. The man is like, so you sell shoes and food? Like, I don't understand. Crepe?
Carrie points out that upon embarking on the vision, the business model they chose was a simple one.
We have a loyalty, a customer loyalty business model, and for that we have a great space, great food, great customer service. It's very simple. Just keep it consistent and they'll keep coming back. It is most important that you know what the consumer wants. It's most important. I mean, before all else, well, obviously the name and the menu is the first and foremost, but the customer is what keeps the name and the menu there. It's what pays the staff. They're what, buy the uniforms and buy the food, to make the dishes. So you need to know what your customer wants, and not only what they want, but what they don't want is perhaps even more important than what they want, so you can steer clear of things they don't want.
Making a creperie profitable in Jamaica required a delicate balance of marketing and strategy.
Jamaicans are completely unfamiliar with crepes, and most of the food that we have on our menu, of course, well-traveled Jamaicans educated overseas, they're familiar with the food that we serve, that we make. So how you market is to get everybody on the same level when it comes to the familiarity. So you make the unfamiliar familiar. It pains me to do things that other people have done. It pains me. It's like you showing up at a party in the same dress as somebody else. It's painful. It's painful. So it's very, very important to me that any project that I'm working on is completely new and unfamiliar. And that's a challenge, is making it familiar and making people understand it and love it. There's not a lot of creperies in the country. There's no creperies in the country, just Tea Tree Creperie. But now what's happening is that other people are making crepes. When I was writing my business plan and researching, I'm not a business plan writer, but I also didn't have $400,000 in my budget to buy a business plan. So I wrote it myself, and in researching it, every second word was competition, competition, know your competition, know your competition. But as far as I'm concerned, as long as you concentrate on what you're doing and you focus on what you're doing, as long as you do it the best that you can do, you really don't have to. I mean, if you're not as good as the competition, what are you gonna do? Do what the competition does? You know what I mean? So I won't. Other people do, but I won't.
On average, Tea Tree gets out about 40 crepes a day. And with the many options available, patrons are able to build their own crepes with as many different ingredients as they want.
Well, we know people love beef, love the beef that we make. The smoked marlin crepe, word just gets around town that it's great and people love it. We can never take that off the menu. It's our signature dish. People might not talk about the banana cream pie so much, but if I see that it's not being ordered, I push it more, because everything that's on the menu is equally as good as the other. So as long as we market a dish to somebody, they will eat it. It's important. It's all marketing. Everything is marketing.
It's a delicate balancing act to ensure that while ingredient costs are taken into consideration, menu items are still affordable.
One shrimp costs us $120. One shrimp. But we can't use 3 shrimp in a crepe because the people then was like, what is? Where the shrimp there? So we have to use 6 jumbo shrimp. Do the math.
Then there's the labor cost.
I can't speak for anybody else, but it's very important to me that my staff, my chefs, all of them are compensated as best as possible. So I encourage customers to tip. No tip goes in my pocket. It has nothing to do with me. I write it on the receipt. Please tip. We don't have a service charge, but overtime, I mean, down to the minute, I make sure that these guys are getting their overtime. Sundays are overtime. I go by the book, I follow the rules. It's taken us 3 years to figure that out. You know, when we first opened, we'd poach a whole side of salmon, and then half of it would end up, you know, going bad, which is painful, you know, given the price for the salmon. So we've just learned how to prepare what we need, when we need it. Instead of doing a whole batch of mushrooms, we just do a few servings at a time, and we've learned how to prep quickly. Yes, it's the key. So we're pretty good at keeping waste down.
Carrie says in spite of the many challenges and the failure of the Mabay outlet, Tea Tree Creperie is doing well.
My suggestion is to think outside the box. If you're looking to get into the restaurant industry with something unusual and unfamiliar, just look around, see what you can do. There's lots of ideas, and as long as you market correctly, again, know what your market wants, know what they want to want, know what they need that they don't have, everything will be good.
Jamaica's food landscape continues to evolve as we embrace the ever-changing moods of our palate. Who will be the next innovator to carve out their own slice of the Jamaican foodie pie? I know I can't wait to find out. Until next time, I'm Amita Prasad-Webb, and this has been Cameo.
The Caribbean is a rich biodiversity hotspot. It has over 11,000 plant species, and about 72 of these are found only in this region. This richness also extends to the Caribbean people. Their traditional knowledge of the region's varied natural resources has integrated nature into the economic and health sectors worldwide. It has also drawn many to research and use the region's biodiversity for medicinal, cosmetic, and pharmaceutical purposes. For example, the glaucoma medication Canosol is made from cannabis. However, Caribbean islands have fallen prey to biopiracy, where a country's resources are accessed and developed commercially, but the country gets little or no benefit from it. As the world benefits from the Caribbean's biodiversity, countries need to be compensated for their commercial use. Lawmakers need to ensure that their countries are legally prepared to give access to and benefits from commercial use of genetic resources. To ensure prior informed consent and mutually agreed terms of access established by the Nagoya Protocol, the Global Environment Facility, GEF, United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, and the International Union for the Conservation of Nature, IUCN, are jointly providing support to countries at different levels in order to advance towards functional access and benefit sharing. Under the Nagoya Protocol, countries from which natural resources are obtained for commercial developments are entitled to compensation. It also ensures indigenous knowledge from groups such as the Maroons, Rastafarians, and Amerindians can be credited and compensated if their traditional knowledge has been used for commercial purposes. Caribbean islands are putting the Nagoya Protocol in their legislative framework to safeguard their country's biodiversity and traditional knowledge. Let us all work together to protect our resources, do valuable research, and reap the benefits of sustainable bioprospecting in the region.